yo, yo, welcome to the show.
Yo YouTube, what is good? Happy Sunday again. This is the second time here. If you watched my video this morning, shout out to you. If not, feel free to pause this and go watch how much I got in dividends in the month of July. That's the video I released this morning. But this video, as usual, every Sunday afternoon, we'll pretty much be answering this question: what am I buying inside my Robinhood taxable brokerage account? I just go over what stocks I plan to buy based on ex-dividend dates or it being down, the position being down, or just I'm starting a position or something like that. So we'll be answering that question today, August 4th, 2024. And if you're new here, well, if you're new to Robinhood in general and you want to start investing, you can use my link in the description. It will give yourself and myself a free stock between $500 and $200, I think. It's really random. I've done it like twice and it's usually a cheaper stock, not gonna lie, but you can get lucky. But if you want to sign up, it's best to use it. It's more beneficial, I should say, to use a link than not. Um, so yeah, that's just wanted to say that. So the portfolio is sitting at 16,222 and $20 and well, $21 pretty much. And the last three Sundays I've done this, we've struggled to make it like confidently past $16,300. It's like the markets have been pulling back for sure. But it's like that's our limit so far. Maybe the next week, we'll make it past. Definitely with this contribution, we always make it to more than that amount, but then pull back by the end of the week, I guess. But let's see how it goes. We'll be dropping $220. I am going a little bit more aggressive than usual. Like the threshold is 170, so I always no less than 170 no matter what. I try to step it up if and when I can. The markets have been, slowing down and, honestly, they've been dipping, so it's a good time to try to buy more. So last week I did 200. This week I think I can afford 220. Given that my Roth contribution will end, I think, next week, Monday, so I'm gonna be a little bit freed up with money, we can say. So probably can go a little bit heavier in my taxable, I guess. Um, but anyways, we're doing 220, and as usual, we break that up into 2 days. It's gonna be Tuesday. Well, 2 days of buy is gonna be Tuesday, 8/6, August 6th, and then the next one is the next 110, Thursday, August 8th. So this is what we're buying. August 6th, we're buying SPY, QQQ, two of our forever holds in our top five, I guess, ETFs. We're buying zero point zero 0.05 shares of SPY, taking us to 3.59 shares in total. QQQ, we're picking up 6%, 6% of a share, taking us to 1.37 shares. QQQ is a newer position to the portfolio. I believe it is the newest. Started off with one clean share, like at 4.99, and now it's trading in the 440s, I think, or maybe 450s. I think 440s. But you can see we've been slowly adding little chunks of a share since we'd initially bought in. Now we're at 1.37 shares. By the end of the year, we hopefully should be at least two shares of QQQ. So let's see. Next on the 6th, we're buying Ford. Their ex-dividend date is August 7th. Ford is a nice one because we're buying into the ex-div, and Ford has just tanked massively, massively. They've dropped maybe, just quick math, maybe around 25, 30, 35% in the last month or so. And Ford is one of the ones we are trying to get to 100 shares, at least 100 shares off, so that we can sell against it. And it's just a nice company to have. I think it will be a forever American company. In the automotive space, it has definitely proven itself. It's all American. I love that about it. And yeah, it's not as volatile. Knock on wood, it's not as volatile as Tesla. It's Ford. It has a lot of potential. So yeah. We have a 1.5 shares of, well, we'll be adding 1.5 shares, and that should take us to 75 shares of Ford in total. So only 25 away from 100 shares of Ford. Next, we're buying AEP, American Electric Power. Their ex-div is August 9th, adding zero point 0.1 of a share, taking us to 2.3 shares in total. AEP, nice company, great return so far, up like 25%. Buying into the ex-div, just a small amount, just to get that little bit of boost in dividends, but yeah, love it so far. Again, on August 6th, we're buying Horizon and Starbucks. Horizon, just adding one share, we're down in the position, and the dividends still come in, so like, why not? It seems like it's found maybe its bottom. Who knows with the market doing what it's starting to look like it wants to do right now? I don't know, but we're gonna bump it up to 16 shares. I remember I told myself I would have stopped buying this company or this ETF, but I thought also, like, what's the point of doing that? If I'm owning it, I might as well average down in the position. So we'll be buying one more share on Tuesday, taking us to 16 in total. Next, picking up some Starbucks because we're down in the position. Their ex-dividend date is August 16th, adding 2.2 of a share. And this is a company I might have my girlfriend add to her portfolio as well. I'm not sure if she is invested in Starbucks, but it's a company that she would love to be invested in, I'm sure. She already spends so much. She's right here. She already spends so much money. I'm just kidding. I probably spend more on Starbucks than she does. Anyways, we're adding zero point 0.2 of a share, taking us to 2.65 shares in total. And that takes her Tuesday total, estimated total buy to $106.65. So we have like $3, $3.50, $3.35 to be exact, left over. Wherever that goes, it will go to something useful. On Thursday, picking up SCHD, 12% of a share, taking us to 14.4 shares in total. Vanguard VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, zero point zero 0.09 of a share, taking us to 5.25 shares in total. Solid ETFs, of course, great for dividends, great for just overall market holding, diversity, all that good stuff. Again, we have SPY-G. SPY-G, great for growth, of course. It's a smaller basket of the S&P 500, like more growth-focused companies. We're adding zero point 0.2 of a share, 5.45 shares in total, what we'll have. And then adding more Starbucks, zero point 0.2 again. It's kind of like we're adding zero point 0.4, but we broke it into two segments, I guess. Same ex-div date, obviously, but now we're gonna have 2.85 of a share in total. Starbucks is down, just making the most of that while we can. Finally, on August 8th, I think this might be the last, I'm not sure. We're buying some Ford, one more share of Ford, taking us to 76 shares in total. Again, just buying a little bit more into the dividend. And while it's down, Ford might even trade in the nines this week. Who knows? That would be wild. But we're buying more shares of Ford because that's the best thing to do. 76 shares in total. Again, just making our way to 100 shares of Ford. Finally, we have Invesco AI and Next Gen Software ETF. This one is special as well because it's one of my recurring buys, but I am also like 9 or 10% down in this position, and I know it's one with a lot of future upside potential. So I'm just gonna go in and manually buy half a share while I have it, while it's this cheap, and let the future do its thing. It's like an ETF of those Nvidia, AMD, Intel, Qualcomm, Broadcom type of companies, because it's not really no one really knows which one of these chip companies or which couple of them will emerge in 20 years as the Apple and Microsoft of chips, whatever. But I think an ETF that umbrellas all these, of course, the ETF is doing exactly what it should do. So I'm not like reinventing the wheel or anything. Um, but yeah, it's kind of like SMH. I remember there was one person in the comments who asked what I thought about SMH. I know it's a great ETF. I really want to get into it. It's just I look at the graph every time and I'm like, do I want to buy this right now? Then I end up don't buying it. IGPT does pretty much that, so we'll be buying more. This addition of a half a share will take us to 3 point whatever decimal you see there. And that should take. Oh, there's one more. We're buying ExxonMobil, XDiv August 15th, adding a 1/10 of a share, taking us to 1.4 in total. Guys, I CVX, XOM, really want to get out of one of them. I'm thinking getting out of CVX, but then I don't know. It's such a hard trigger to pull. I don't know. Same with Coke and Pepsi. Like one's better for dividends, the other's better for growth. I feel like it's the same thing with. It's just a hard situation to be in. If you guys have an opinion on that, please feel free to share that. But yeah, that should take our total estimated total by to $106.69. So have around $3 and some change left over again, and it will go to something useful. So, as usual, I have a little question here if anyone wants to comment. If you're buying anything during the dip, making air quotes here, what are you buying? Drop that in. If you're literally whatever you're buying, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone who's made it this far. Until the next video, peace.